So, good morning. My name is Alex. I'm your host today, and our menu special today is sorry, wrong speech. Yeah, my name is Alex. Thanks a lot for allowing me to be here today. It's really a pleasure. It's the first time we're doing that, so I'm very grateful to Al, especially, who invited us to be here. As you can hear from my accent, I'm German by nature. So I will. Sehr gut. Guten Morgen. Actually, we can also do that in Greek. For the really advanced of you, we can also do that in Swiss German, which then is really Kalimera, or Grüezi. No, but I'm trying to study my best English. Title of the presentation today is Intelligent Rule-Based Portfolio Strategies. At the end, it's up to you to say how intelligent they are, but at least I can tell them they are rule-based. That's one of our fundamentals. What we are doing is really else edge, the quant stuff, the technical analysis. So we are not into fundamental. We are not into selling you any miracle get rich thing, and actually we're not selling, we are rather blogging and exchanging. This is what drives us, but that's already introduction. Topics for today. Quick, who we are, because we're the new kids on the edge, as Al told you, what we stand for, which is important for us, so you understand what we're actually doing. And then we have 4 topics I'm going to dive in. I'm trying to cater today for the basic, simple beginning stuff, and then trying to tune up to the high-tech advanced. Whenever you feel that your neighbor starts snoring or looking at you like, what? Then please start throwing things at me, so I understand that I have to either speed up or take it a little bit easier. Yeah, so all of that is kind of included. I'm available the next 2 days also if there's an interest, either to invite me for lunch or dinner. No, for deep diving into more of the technical stuff, I'm very happy to do so. Constructing your all-weather self-managed portfolio is kind of our view, our opinion, what we do for our own investment with our family's money. Again, no simple truth we are trying to sell you off the shelf. It's just, again, an opinion which we can discuss and you can challenge. Building a well-balanced crash protection is something we do a little bit different that you might have heard. So also here just to show you what we think is one of the possible ways. And then topic number 4, harvesting the fear premium and rebalancing losses. This is really then the high-tech area, a couple of slides which I will go quickly through, so I don't scare you away with that. And then at the end, just as a nice teaser, Markowitz meets Logical Invest, just our way again of looking at modern portfolio theory, how we implement that more to show you what options we can offer you. Who we are. First of all, we are 4. Second, we have never met. The 4 of us, you can see Frank, who actually started Logical Invest, as this name, lives in Switzerland, Zurich area. He's an entrepreneur, sold his company a couple of years ago, and now is living off his own investments. Scott lives in New York City. He has been successful in marketing, also now retired, living as a self-investor. Vangelis actually was around, I think in Los Angeles for 11 years, and now is back to Greece. He's also full-time investor since 2007, I think. And myself, I was in finance all my life, in America, Europe, and Asia, and retired a couple of years ago, and also now doing full-time investing and seeing my kids grow. This is kind of what I'm doing. And again, funny thing is we have never met physically. We have kind of pushed that back since we started that endeavor. We found ourselves a couple of years already back by exchanging and strategies, and we thought, or we noticed that we had something in common with, which was this quant edge, and also how we see certain things. So we started exchanging strategies, building strategies together. Actually, we had a group which was 15 people until last year, and then we said, okay, let's go the four of us. So we started Logical Invest only in September last year. So really, we are brand new. And as you will see, we are not really seeing that as a business, but rather a platform where people can exchange. And you will have a look at our site later. What we are, again, we are general partnership. We're just in the process of registering the company in Switzerland. Our offices are our home offices where we are based, Zurich, New York, Athens, and Mexico City. I myself, I'm sorry for that, again, German, but living in Mexico City. This is just the place I feel best, and I want to spend maybe not the rest of my life, but a piece of that. What we do, really, we develop strategies and portfolios for ourselves, and this is where we come from. What I'm going to present is what I'm using for my managing my own family's money. But we are also offering that to the broader public, either be it individual investors or also institutional investors. We are really seeing that as a do-it-yourself investment process. We are not offering anything really off the shelf. You have to deeply think about the way you want to work with us, if any. As Al said, I think last time he even said it sharply. He said these guys are offering way too much. So yes, we're basically sharing 95 or up to 100%. If you're a little bit geeky and have a lot of free time, your weekends, you can really replicate and clone whatever we are publishing. Sorry, there was a question?
Could you move microphone to your color?
Yeah. Which of both? Just one thing. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that better now?
Anything helps.
Just one question to understand your thought process. You move from a country where everything's on time to a country where everything doesn't work. How do you reconcile that?
See, it's a good question, because I can tell you again. It's not.
I'm German and I understand when things run right.
No, it's even worse. I can tell you. It's not a self-promotion, but from 2010 to 2013, I lived in Japan, in Tokyo, and I can tell you that's really 100%. So moving from Japan back to Mexico was kind of 180 degrees, or even more. But it's just it keeps me.
Questioning your sanity.
It just keeps me young and fresh. One important thing: we are not registered in the US nor elsewhere, nor do we have plans to do so. Yeah, it's just really, again, it's not something we want to do full scale as a business. The future is just a little bit of entertainment also, and we enjoy the exchange. But if you work with us or exchange with us, you have to have that in mind. Whatever I tell you today, it's just my opinion, which gives me the liberty of speak much openly. But I'm not able to sign off anything on what you're saying.
Well, it makes me wonder if I become involved and want to continue using your strategies in my investments. What is your long-term intention? Because I'd hate to get all my funds significant amount of my funds lined up in this and fall in love with it, and then all of a sudden have you say, well, I think we'll take a vacation now.
Good question. So the question was, what's the long-term perspective of Logical Invest? Only thing I can tell you, I'm the age of 41 right now, so I'm going to need my strategies for the next, hopefully, 40 years. And as long I can always be in contact with you.
Public and for sale is another issue.
Yes, but again, we have no intention of closing down or selling this thing right now. Again, one of the most recent things is we just started with some hedge funds, and we also have planned maybe to start up with an ETF. And also here the intention is just to make it easier for the retail investor, for the individual investor to invest in our strategies, because again, today this is very much do it yourself and it requires a little bit of your time at least. What we do, again, we are quant. We also read a newspaper. We also have a look obviously at fundamentals and what's going on in the economy, but our investment process is 100% hands-off. Yeah, I myself, I even have my computer programmed to buy and sell just to keep my own hands off, just to keep the emotion out of there. We do tune the portfolio setup, a little bit more here, a little bit more there. I show you how that works in future, but each individual strategy is 100% automated. There's nothing in like human emotion or fear or greed. We try to really keep that stuff out of our investing process. Again, what we use and what we share is what we use ourselves. And we're just a little bit nerdy. We enjoy spending our weekend with that. If I start programming my strategy, sometimes I end up at 4 o'clock in the morning saying, whoa, time to go to bed. It's just, for me, a little bit fun stuff. And again, I have been in finance, so most probably after retiring, I just cannot let it go 100%. And one of the things which we put a lot of effort in is this crash protection thing, which I guess everybody after 08, 09 got very much more careful about. And I can also tell you myself, being in retirement, I'm not so aggressively looking for returns. I rather am interested to keep my money if the next crash comes, and it will come. We all know that. Yeah, so a lot of the stuff here you will see is, again, our view, the way we try to protect our own money in crash times, and then also how do we want to benefit from the rebound. This is the only slide which you don't have in your printouts, and I just added it yesterday, just again to make sure you understand which of the areas we are in. Again, you will hear some little bit Markowitz I already mentioned. I can also mention, for example, Gary Antonacci, which is very famous after his book, recent book came out. We also like, so we take elements from different authors also and blend them just in. But again, we are on the quant side. Fundamentals are important. Actually, not so much recently. But we do automated investing, and we share whatever we are doing, so you don't have a feeling of a black box where you put your money in and don't understand rationally what we are doing. So